Welcome back everybody to yet another MRD Future Tech tutorial, where we essentially teach you on how you can become an AI expert using zero code. Yes, you don't have to have some sort of deep understanding in machine learning or deep learning or Python, etc. No, just follow these simple steps and you can build essentially any automation. So today I'm going to teach you guys on how you can build your very own research assistant. Now you can use this research assistant to generate transcripts, to generate overall information, context on basically anything. Now for this particularly, I'm going to use this research assistant to kind of help me with my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel, I need a transcript, I need some information, I need a summary on the topic. I need a lot. So let's dive in. All right, guys, now let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is, of course, create your new scenario. So you guys already know. So you're going to hover over here and you're going to create a new scenario. Now, the first module you guys are going to add is an RSS module. RSS module essentially grabs a URL, and we need the URL because that URL is going to have all the information that we need for our research assistant. So you're going to head over to add a module and we are going to search RSS. And you're going to come into two options, watch RSS or retrieve RSS. Now for this particular scenario, we are going to retrieve RSS feed items. Now it's going to want a URL. So where do we get this URL? Well, we're going to get it from a source where we essentially want to pull the data or the information from. So we are going to come over to our search engine and we are going to search rss.app. rss.app. And what you want to essentially do is you want to sign up if you've never signed up before. So it's completely free. So you sign up, and as you can see, I'm already logged in. So I'm going to head over to my feeds. And this is essentially a platform where you can access different types of feeds from different social media platforms and kind of have them all in this centralized location. And this helps us because we can have this central location where we have a huge data pool in which we can extract information from, especially if you want to build a research assistant. You want to have a place where you want to have a central location where you can pull all sorts of data and information from, and it just makes it a lot easier. So as you can see, I've already added feeds, but I'm going to show you guys how to create a feed. So you're going to head over to new feed and you get to create different types of feed from different types of platforms. So for instance, you got an Instagram RSS feed, you've got a Twitter RSS feed, in which you can specifically put in the usernames of specific accounts in which you want to extract certain information from. For this particular research assistant, I'm going to pick a dedicated topic that I can actually find on the RSS platform. So we're going to head over to topics, and you've got a range of topics. You got celebrities, cryptocurrency, environment. And so I'm building this research assistant to help me with my research for my YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is essentially focused on artificial intelligence. And so we're going to look for anything that relates to that. And as you can see under the technology section, we have artificial intelligence. So I'm going to create a feed from that. And it's essentially going to gather different news articles, different sources of information, and have them all on this centralized feed that is constantly updating, that is constantly pulling data that is related to artificial intelligence all over the web. And we're going to save this feed. And once we save this feed, we are going to copy that. And now we have our URL. We're going to come over here. We're going to paste this URL, leave that blank. And maximum number of returned items, we're going to put 2. And we're going to save. Now, the next thing that you guys want to do is you want to run your module. But before that, most importantly, please guys, always make sure you save every time you add another module. So we're going to save that. And then we are going to run this module. So we're going to click on run once. And there you have it. We have a description, we have a summary, and we have the URL. So it's pulled the data that we want from our artificial intelligence feed. And then we're going to add another module. So this is an important step. So now we're going to add our HTTP module. Now we need this because we need the URL, but we also need just the HTTP of our data source. So we're going to search HTTP when adding a module, and we're going to pick get a file. Now after getting a file, it's going to want the URL. So we already have our URL, so we're gonna hover over here and we're gonna pick URL, and we're gonna save that, and we are going to save, and we're gonna run this. And as you can see, it brought us a result, and under data you can see the results. Very long HTML thread. And our next step in this of building our research assistant is that we want to convert this HTML into text. Now, how can we do that? I mean, we need to do this because we can't essentially do anything with just the HTML stuff. It's not exactly readable to a human. You know, we need to be able to break down the HTML and essentially have the text in which we can use for some sort of information. So we're going to add another module, and we are going to search text parser, and we're going to hover over here and pick HTML to text. And under HTML, the section there, we are going to pick data because that's essentially what the HTTP module had returned to us. So we are going to pick that, and we're going to save that. And a very important step in this is we're going to come back to our HTTP module, and we are going to grab our entire HTML thread that we need to convert into text format. So we need this entire thread. As you can see, it's very long and it contains a lot of information, but we need to condense this and turn it into a readable format, or in a format that we're able to utilize in some sort of way, because this isn't readable at all. So we need to grab the entire thread and pass it into our text parser, which is essentially going to convert it into a text format. And we have that, and we are going to copy that. And our next step is we want to add that entire HTML thread into our text parser. So we're going to try run the module, and there by the data section, we are going to paste that entire thread, and we're going to say, okay. And as you can see, we've run the module, and now we need to see what it's brought back. And there it is. So under the output, we have the text section, and it's basically brought back the HTML thread, but in a very readable format. As you can see, the topics, it's talking about digital transformation, it's talking about artificial intelligence, connected cars, healthcare, and then we have all of the articles: Meta faces copyright infringement lawsuit in France, Publishers Trade Association. We have that HTML thread or that data in a readable format. And we're gonna save this. And now the next part in this is we need to add a ChatGPT module that's essentially gonna take this data and basically turn it into the data structure that we need it to be. So we're going to add another module, and we're going to pick OpenAI, and we're going to say message and assistant. So now you guys just need to make sure that you have a working OpenAI account and you have the pro version, and so that you can load some credits and essentially also just create an AI assistant. Now, how do you create an AI assistant? Well, that's quite easy. You head over to your OpenAI platform, which is platform.openai.com, and then you head over to dashboard. Now, once you head over to dashboard, you want to create a ChatGPT assistant. Now, this assistant is basically it's basically your AI system that you're going to give instructions, which is going to autonomously handle any information that you give it and basically give you the results that you require from it. So as you can see, I've already created my research assistant. So you head over to create, you name your ChatGPT assistant, and then under here, you're going to give the system instructions. Now, this is very important. It's essentially your prompt, and you need to make sure that you have a good prompt so that your agent or your ChatGPT assistant is able to give you the required results. So as you can see, this right here is my system's instructions. And just to give you the system's instructions, which I will be posting in the description, is the objective is you are an AI assistant responsible for creating concise, engaging summaries of provided articles. Based on these summaries, you will also create structured, conversational, and compelling transcripts suitable for YouTube videos. And then these are the step-by-step instructions. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this ID. Now, this ID is essentially going to link our make.com, our make scenario that we've created to our ChatGPT assistant. So you just need to make sure that you copy that. Once you copy that, you want to make sure that you head over to Playground and you go over to Assistants. And this is basically the section in which you are going to find all the assistants that you've created. So once you find your research assistant, you're going to run this, because it happens that sometimes you forget this process and then you head over to make, you've copied the ID, but your scenario doesn't run. As you can see, it's running perfectly. So we're going to head over back to make. Now, once we've head over to make, we are going to unmap, and then we're going to paste in the ID for our research assistant, and then we're going to refresh. So you just have to give it a bit of time to refresh, as it's essentially connecting with the OpenAI platform to also just allow it to utilize the research assistant that we've just created. And there you have it. We've created our assistant. Now, by message, this is essentially what you want your research assistant to receive, interpret, and basically create the information or carry out the instructions that you want based on the information that it's received. Now, where is it going to get this crucial information? Well, we get it from our text parser. So if we head over on your right hand side, you'll see it says text. You're going to click on that, and we are going to save, and we're going to save that, and we are going to run this entire scenario. And now we want to check out our results. So you just want to make sure that when essentially setting up your ChatGPT assistant, that you pick user instead of assistant. Okay, now this is the moment of truth. We want to see what ChatGPT has created from the information that it's been giving. So we want to see if our research assistant is actually working. So we're going to head over there and we're going to click on content. Under content, number 1, we're going to click on text, value, and there you have it. It's essentially summarized the information and created a transcript for us. As you can see, Meta is facing copyright infringement lawsuit in France from trade associations representing French publishers and authors. And this is in the entire transcript. And we're not done. We have one last final step in this process. We want to essentially have this on a document so that it's easily accessible and readable, and we can just edit it and just easily access this information whenever we want. So what we want to do is we want to create a Google Doc. So what you're going to do is you're going to add another module, and our last module is going to be a Google Doc. So what we're going to say is we're going to say create a Google document. Now, what are we going to name this Google document? We can just say YouTube research. YouTube research assistant. Well, assistant notes. Now, the content. What is the content going to be, and where we're going to get this important content? Well, the content is basically going to be what ChatGPT gave to us. So we're going to head over to content. We're going to head over to text, and we're going to click on value, because that is where our summary and transcript is. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to pick our document location. So where we want our new document to get stored. So of course, I want this for my Cyber Digest YouTube channel. So I'm going to click on Cyber Digest and I'm going to save that. And I'm going to save the scenario and I'm going to run this entire module once again. So it does take a bit just for ChatGPT to give us some of the results, because it's essentially crunching all the data and the information that we've given it. And we have our results, and now this is the actual moment of truth. We want to see if our research assistant has essentially done its job. And yes, some people might say it's cheating, but it's essentially making your life much easier. So we want to see, and it's looked like it's done everything that we wanted it to do. But how we're going to check that? Well, we need to head over to our drive and actually check if it's actually saved this information into a Google Doc. So you want to head over to your drive and to the folder location in which you've saved it in. So of course I've saved it in Cyber Digest, and the first thing I come across is YouTube Research Assistant. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have an automated research assistant transcript and summary, and this I'll be using for my next Cyber Digest episode on that's dedicated to AI news, and it's going to be talking about Meta. So there you have it. We've essentially built an AI robot that can conduct your research for you. We've built a research assistant in which you can use for anything. You can even integrate this into your social media. You can use this for work. You can use this for data collection. You can use this for even just data analysis. Now, please make sure you catch our tutorials on YouTube. We have a lot of tutorials that are dedicated to a lot of different automations that you can use to basically automate anything in your life, even make money. And don't forget to become a member. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and even leave a comment on what you think on our latest automation. So till next time.